Hey guys, so today I'm beginning to film my year-end favorites or review videos or just whatever I sort of have planned. I think I have like 6 that I need to film pretty much all this weekend because I was sick last weekend and didn't get to film anything. So this is the first thing that I'm filming today. I don't think it's going up first, but you'll be seeing this. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't plan things out. I just like write down what I know I need to do and then I sort of go from there. So I'm doing my Boxwalla year review a little bit differently than I did last year. Last year what I did is I created a day and a night routine using all the products that were featured in the last years of boxes. But the thing that I really liked about Boxwalla is that the idea is that over a year you will receive a full routine's worth of products. Now I don't know exactly when that year is supposed to begin and end. I don't know if it's like from January to December, if that is like the whole year, because I found that this year was really serum heavy. And you'll see it's very serum heavy. I think there are 6 total serums that were in this year, and I think out of like 10 products, yeah. So out of 10 products, 6 were serums. So it would have been a little bit harder for me to do a day and a night routine with this because there was just no way I was going to get all of this on my face in one day. So I figured I would just do a sort of year-end review. So my reviews on the products from January to December. I also haven't used 2 of the things in here because I am still breastfeeding and both of them are retinol products. Though I have talked about before, I might incorporate them at some point, even though I am still breastfeeding. I still haven't decided. But since I didn't use 2 products, I couldn't even include them in the create a day and a night routine. Anyway, what I've got is just my review of all the products from this year. Boxwalla is still one of my absolute favorite subscription boxes. Lavanya does a beautiful job picking products all year long. This year was no exception. I think the selections from this year were far better than the selections from last year. They just keep getting more and more beautiful. Just the formulas are great. There's never a dud. So I just absolutely love this year as much as I loved last year. And let's just go ahead and get into what my reviews are of the products in this year's boxes. So the first box from February, because as you know, Boxwalla is a bi-monthly. So it's February, April, June, August, October, and December. The December box of this year just released and was just sent out to subscribers. So the next box we'll see from Boxwalla is another February box. And I think there are some one-time boxes available from the December box. And if there are, I'll link them down below and I'll talk about that once I get to the December box. But anyway, February was the sleep. I didn't write down any of the themes, but it was sort of like the sleep box. It was meant to be products used at nighttime. So it included the Amley Silver Rich Face Mist, the Beauty Sleep with anti-aging snow algae to boost skin repair and longevity, and the Moon Aknari Brightening Youth Serum, which I've raved about many times on my channel. This was the very first luxury green beauty product I did actually buy myself, and it's still a staple in my routine. I still use it, not every single day, but I use it quite often. The Amley Silver Rich Face Mist is the second full-size mist we're seeing in Boxwalla. Last year we received the Radiance Boost, which I actually just finished recently. I talked about it in an Empties video recently. So the Beauty Sleep one is a restorative face mist with powerful ingredients to support natural healing sleep. Fatigued skin will crave a nightly spritz of Amley Unique Silver Rich Spring Water, laden with rejuvenating botanicals reputed for their beautifying spirophic properties. The star ingredient snow algae activates overnight collagen production and cellular repair to ward off signs of aging by boosting the skin's longevity. There's also passion flower, valerian, hops, clary sage, linden, Roman chamomile, rose quartz, benzoin, rock rose, echinacea. The thing about the Amley mists is that the ingredient lists are quite lengthy. I haven't actually used this one as much as I would like to admit that I have. I've used it a few times, mostly because I was trying to use up the Radiance Boost from last year. But this one it's beautiful again. I think my favorite though of the Amley mists is the Digital Detox, which we saw in a Art of Organics box this year. I think that one scent-wise is my favorite. And I've also talked about before how I think toners, I don't always necessarily see any specific results from toners. It's just sort of like an experience for me. And the Amley ones are really no different. It's just sort of the scent for me and the experience. I don't necessarily notice anything when I use any specific toner. It's just sort of like what feels the nicest on my skin, what has the nicest scent, and those are the ones that I gravitate to and use the most. So I haven't used this one as much as I would have liked to, just because I've been using up a ton of other things this year. But as I use it more next year, I'll definitely keep you guys updated on that. But the Moon Aknari serum is not one that I have to talk at length about, because I've talked about it so much before. This one is only 3 ingredients: prickly pear seed oil, argan oil, and rose flower oil. I've been through an entire bottle of this. I think I'm about halfway through this bottle. It's got a beautiful rose scent. The prickly pear really does help brighten and sort of rejuvenate and repair the skin. I can use this one both day and night underneath a moisturizer. It works great underneath makeup. So, I mean, I've talked about that so much, I really don't feel like I need to go super into it, but I absolutely love the Moon line in general, and it's one I'm thinking about sort of doing like a rediscovering video. I've got lots of ideas for videos that I want to do next year, and one of my ideas is like rediscovering brands videos, where it's just like rediscovering Moon or rediscovering Maya Chia, or like brands that I haven't talked about in a long time, but ones that I love and just sort of would like to, you know, do a refresher review on. Okay, so the next box, the April box, was the 12 Beauty box. This one contained the London Mask and also the Ideal Brightening Corrective Serum. So like the Beauty Sleep Mist in the February box, the brightening serum is not one that I've gotten a ton of use out of, because again, for the same reason, I'm trying to use up a lot of other stuff and I just have a really large backlog of stuff. I have used this a little bit, enough to know that I really like the serum. It feels great on the skin. I can't speak to its brightening properties because I have not used it in enough days in a row to know whether or not it's actually brightening my skin, but it feels really good on the skin. The ingredients are great. I've really loved all the 12 Beauty products that I've tried. I've also recently gotten to try their eye serum, which is great, and their body balm, which is like dynamite. It's so fantastic. But the brightening serum is not one that I've got a ton of experience with. Again, something else I'll be sort of like rediscovering next year. The one that I've gotten the most use out of is the London Mask, and this mask is just fantastic. So when I'm feeling like my skin needs some like help, it's not necessarily like dehydrated and dry, but it just feels like dull and like lackluster and like it's stressed, like my skin is a little bit stressed out. I pull this one out because this one specifically is an anti-pollution purifying mask, and just like look at that texture. I hope it's in focus. I've used quite a bit of this, probably about half. And this mask, the process of making it is like super special, and the owner of 12 only makes like a batch of 50 a month, but it's super gentle. It doesn't dry out the skin. It leaves your skin feeling just like brought back to life and hydrated and nourished, and I absolutely love it. I'm really into sort of like the whole anti-pollution skincare thing. I know there's a few brands that sort of focus on that and create products specifically for that, and it is like a category of skincare that I do really like, and maybe one that I'll explore more next year, because I do live in an area that has a high concentration of pollution. Phoenix is not non-pollution friendly. I don't know if that made sense, but whatever. Okay, so the next box was the Moss box. I loved this box. So this contained 2 products. It contains the Burr Celeste antioxidant or honey antioxidant infusion recovery mask and cleansing balm. And then it also contains the Illumina Vitamin C Perfecting Treatment Intensive. I loved both of these products. It looks, you know, it looks like I haven't used that much because I haven't used a ton, because again, I'm rotating a ton of products, but I love this cleansing balm. It's probably number 2 in my favorite, behind Mahalo's Unveil. Like nothing will beat that ever, but this performs very similarly. It removes all makeup in one go. I've done the toner test afterwards, and it did not leave any makeup on my skin. It emulsifies clean with water. It leaves no residue on the skin. It smells amazing. I still think it smells like Fruity Pebbles, but maybe it's sort of like a lemon scent. It's just a really lovely cleansing balm. I've never used it as a mask, but it's definitely something I might play around with again in the new year. So this for me actually performs a lot like the Coco Dragon's Blood Serum. If you remember my review of that product, this performs very similarly. The ingredients are far different, but it performs like that to me. This is a gentle overnight enzyme botanical exfoliant and concentrated vitamin C treatment in one. It's a safe retinol alternative, and it's AHA and retinol free. It's for smoother, brighter, softer skin, diminishes congestion, helps keep pores clear and complexion blemish free, softens fine lines and refines texture, promotes cellular renewal and collagen synthesis, balances cellular turnover, decreases inflammation, lightens hyperpigmentation, visibly improves the appearance of skin with continued use. I do use this a couple of times a week, and I've noticed that my acne it really heals very quickly when I use this. It really does help lighten hyperpigmentation. And again, like I said, it performs very similarly to the Okoko Dragon's Blood, which I have used an entire bottle of. So I really, really loved the Moss box. I would love to explore more of Moss if possible in the new year. We'll have to see how that goes, because her products are very, very pricey. The value of all of the boxes this year from Boxwalla were just like off the charts. They were all really, really fantastic. So the next two products from the August and October boxes I have not used, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about these. These are both from African Botanics. They were meant to sort of complement each other. I really feel like they should have gone in like opposite order. Like this one should have been the August and this one should have been the October, because you actually used this one first. But the August box contained the Intensive Recovery Oil, which is a retinol, it's a plant-based retinol serum. It's an oil serum. I am keeping it in here, and I have not opened it to keep it as fresh as possible. But yeah, that's that one. The one in the October box was the Resurrection Cell Recovery Serum. So this one had retinol and liposomes. This one's more of like a hyaluronic acid serum, and then you do the oil serum on top. So I've heard nothing but raves from people about these. I don't think I've seen a single negative review about them. And you know, retinols is definitely something that I want to get into when the time is right, because my skin would probably respond very well to retinols. You know, they're made for acne-prone skin, or they help acne-prone skin especially. They also fight the appearance of lines, wrinkles, lost skin elasticity, dark spots, hyperpigmentation, collagen production. So they really are sort of like, it's like a miracle. It's like miracle ingredient. I don't know, but I haven't gotten into it so much just because I'm still breastfeeding. Okay, so the last box that we just received was the December box, which was the Earthwise Beauty box. Earthwise Beauty was featured last summer, which I did a couple of videos on, or I think I did at least one video on applying the products. But this is the first time we're seeing Earthwise Beauty since the rebrand and the relaunch of some new products. These are both actually new, sort of. One is new and one is just, it's titled differently now, but I actually don't know if the ingredients are any different than they used to be. So this box featured the Resiliency Face Serum, which is firming, anti-acne, and lightening gel serum. I love this stuff. It's great for acne. I use it underneath like an oil serum. And then the other one is the Yasuni Face Balm, or under a face balm, which this one is a feather light balm for sensitive skin. Also, again, great for acne-prone skin. I did talk about both of these at length in my Earthwise Beauty Best for Acne video, but I absolutely love both of these. The Earthwise Beauty products work beautifully for my skin. Most of the ones that I've tried, there are a few that just aren't right for my skin, whether they're made for intensely dry skin, like the Ferns and Moss. Like a couple of their oils just aren't meant for my skin type, but most of the products are actually designed for acne-prone skin, and I did talk about all those in that video. I love this. I love these products. They're absolutely fantastic. They're great. If you have acne-prone skin, I love the Yasuni balm especially. You can use it day and night. I've used it in both. I do use the Resiliency Serum at night underneath an oil serum. Actually, I think what do I do? I usually use the Resiliency Serum, and then I'll do like the Ruby face oil, and then I'll do the Yasuni balm on top. I love layering. But yes, this box is fantastic. I did talk about these products again in that other video. I'll link it down below. And if there are any one-time boxes available for the December box, I will also link that down below. So overall, I mean, I did love every single product in the box. A couple I haven't had as much experience with as I would like or have preferred, but I test a lot of products all the time, so I sort of have to pick and choose what gets tested at specific times. The only thing that I would say is that I hope next year is not as serum heavy. I hope there's more of a balance of, you know, cleansing products, because we did only actually have one cleanser this year, which which is funny because the year before we only had one cleanser as well, and I said I'd wished we had more than one cleanser, but this cleanser actually works as like a two-step cleanser for me. The kind of cleanser that Moss is, I wouldn't actually use a second cleanse with, so that one is actually fine that we got one cleanse. But maybe another mask. I would have liked to see maybe one more mask instead of an extra serum, or I don't know. I would like to see maybe less serums next year, less serum heavy, more of a balance of products. But these are all beautiful, so I do know why Lavanya chose them. They are just beautifully formulated and exceptional skincare products. It probably is very, very hard for her to pick what goes in this box, knowing that there are so many amazing brands and products out there. So we'll see what next year brings. I'm very, very excited to continue bringing you Boxwalla reviews and bringing you what Lavanya curates for these boxes. So I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to Boxwalla if you haven't. I really think it's one of the better beauty boxes out there. I hate when you guys ask me to pick my favorite because it really is impossible. Beauty Heroes, Art of Organics, and Boxwalla really just create fabulous boxes every single month, and it's hard for me to pick one over the other. So I know it's not in the budget for everybody to you know, do all three, but if it's possible, definitely give yourself the gift of all three at some point. Maybe switch off, maybe do Boxwalla for part of the year, Art of Organics for part of the year, Beauty Heroes for part of the year, because I really think they all are just, they all do fabulous curations, and Boxwalla is no different. They're just beautiful, beautiful curations, and I can't wait to see what's coming next year. So hope that you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.